Welcome to Partners at Learning. Thank you for your interest in taking a class through the PAL program. PAL is housed in UCSD's Department of Education Studies. It is the largest service learning program at UCSD. Whether you're working with preschoolers, mentoring elementary school students, tutoring high schoolers, or integrating the arts into the classroom, you will have the opportunity to get to know the larger San Diego community through working in underserved schools. Your hard work throughout the quarter is part of an effort that contributes to about 20,000 volunteer hours annually. The following presentation will prepare you to take on this impactful role. You have a variety of PAL classes to choose from. First, decide which age level you'd like to work with. Then, choose a PAL class that fits your interests and schedule. Not all PAL classes are offered each quarter, so plan accordingly.
I think it really opened my eyes to the difference between having a tutor and being a tutor and being a mentor, because that distinction is made really clear at the beginning of this PAL course that I took. And so I had been used to just tutoring, helping them academically, but I realized the role of a mentor is so much more. You're listening to their problems, you're helping them when they get in trouble or if they're upset about something. So it's a lot of social and emotional guidance as well.
You are required to attend and actively participate in a weekly lecture and discussion section. By the way, most of the PAL instructors are former classroom teachers, so they will get to know you and have very high expectations for you. Be on time, on task, and fully engage in all discussions and activities. In addition to the academic work, you'll also be enrolled in EDS 139, which gives you credit for your 40 hours of fieldwork each quarter. Work with your teacher to create a schedule that works for the both of you. Make sure you are going to your site consistently throughout the quarter so you can fulfill your 40-hour requirement. This means you should be at your site for about 4 to 6 hours every week for 10 weeks. All PAL classes count towards an EDS minor.
I took it mainly for the GEs. But I stuck around with it because it was a lot of fun. And yeah, it was one of the best experiences I've had at college.
Basically, I was at a point in my life where I did not know what I wanted to do. But then I heard about the PAL courses, and then I decided to kind of just test the waters in that direction. And so I enrolled in EDS 130 with Karen. It was really, really amazing, actually. I actually mentored for 2 quarters. So I did the first quarter, and then I decided that I wanted to continue. And it was just really awesome.
The PAL classes satisfy many UCSD college and university requirements. For more details, consult the PAL website or your college advisor. Your fieldwork requires you to be an academic and influential role model. You represent Partners at Learning, the EDS department, UC San Diego, and college students everywhere. The highest standards of professional behavior apply to all of your fieldwork. Be sure that both your social media profiles and your behavior at the school site are those of a respectful and upstanding adult. Be sure to remove any questionable material that you wouldn't want parents, teachers, children, or potential employers to see. While you are at your school site, you are a role model to all the students. Do not text, study, sleep, or distract your students during class. All the students will look up to you and notice your every move. You need to be alert and show interest in all activities, the teacher's lessons, and in student work. You don't want the teachers or students talking about you unless they're saying what a wonderful role model you are. And by the way, the same expectations hold for your time in PAL lectures and sections. Put your screens away and get involved.
They've been able to know through the mentors and the tutors what college is like through a different lens, through the relationship that they're building with the students, and hopefully encourage them to one day go to college and pursue higher education goals.
Then I just was able to see my mentee thrive over the course of our time together, and honestly I still keep in contact with her now.
Along with being a role model, make sure that you are using appropriate language. Steer clear of curse words and swear words, drugs and alcohol references, personal life, and other sensitive subjects. Although your students might want to discuss those topics with you, it's not appropriate for you, the adult, to participate in such conversations. If you're not sure you should be talking in front of the students, don't. Also, do not talk about students in front of other students. Make sure that what is meant to be confidential stays confidential. If you wouldn't wear it in front of your grandparents, don't wear it to school. Be mindful of piercings, tattoos, and provocative attire. Please do not wear hats, hoods, spaghetti straps, midriffs, miniskirts, or sagging pants. Make sure all slogans on clothing are appropriate and always wear closed-toed shoes. Look neat and clean, but wear clothes you can comfortably move around in, as you might be joining your students for recess, PE, or other active endeavors. Up-to-date TB tests are required for all PAL classes. Up-to-date means the TB test must be less than a year old throughout your time at your site. By the way, it's not uncommon to get a positive TB test result. This probably just means you were vaccinated or exposed at some point. Get a chest x-ray to make sure it's not active and you're good to go. You can get the test done by your doctor or at Student Health. Always be on time. If for any reason you must be late, make sure to contact your teacher. Your students and your teacher will expect you and look forward to your arrival, so don't let them down. Each school has a different sign-in and out policy. Check with the school secretary to ensure you are following the proper procedure. The school needs to know who is on campus at all times in case of emergency. In addition to any visitor's badge the school requires, be sure to have a lanyard with your UCSD ID visible. Before you leave, be sure to have your cooperating teacher sign your hours log to verify your time spent at the school. Your work at the school site focuses primarily on the students. You should not be grading, filing, Xeroxing, or performing other clerical tasks. Appropriate activities include assisting students during whole class lessons, working in small groups, or working one-on-one with individual students. Consult your host teacher about how you can best support student learning. It's also important to note that you must always be under the supervision of a staff member. You're not authorized to be alone with students. Stay in close communication with your teachers. They are an incredible resource of information and guidance and will help you make the best of your experience. Let them know of any upcoming assignments or requirements that you may have. Don't wait until the last minute. You want to be respectful of their time and schedule. Email, phone, dialogue journals, and face-to-face meetings are all options for building a strong relationship. Talk to your cooperating teacher to find out what is the best way for both of you to communicate. Check out your school's website. Beware of minimum days, school hours, holidays, and other logistical information. Try to get a feel for the school, the students, and the community. Do you have a plan for getting to your school site? If not, now is the time to figure it out. Arrange carpools with other classmates to save on gas and lend a helping hand to those who do not have a car. If you have a friend you'd like to carpool with, let us know and we'll place you at the same school. Or check the city bus schedule to see if there are buses that stop near your school site. In some cases, the UCSD Community Service Shuttle might go to your assigned school. You can always rent a car from Zipcar on campus if needed. If you are driving to your school, ask the site host where you should park. You do not want to get towed or ticketed. You just received a lot of information about being in a PAL class. You can always refer back to this video for clarification, guidance, and entertainment. The PAL website also has a lot of useful info.
I would say keep an open mind, like don't be discouraged initially, especially because PAL you're assigned to a mentee or you're assigned to a classroom. Just give it time, like relationships take time, becoming closer to a student takes time, and have an open mind. And also I would suggest that you relate it back to your own experience in education and how maybe your experience is different or similar, because I feel like that's the most powerful thing you can do, is that looking at, okay, this is what I experienced, this is what they're experiencing, how can I relate what I learned to how I'm carrying out my mentoring.
Thank you again for the difference you are making in the lives of students across San Diego County.